All right, so this is my spoiler full Wicked review. So spoiler full. So if you haven't watched Wicked yet, exit the chat. All right. I wanted to emphasize how I really appreciated their added comedy to it. I really, really, really love their attention to B-plot characters and how they add so much flavor to it. Galinda's friends and how like little comments and things that they say add to the humor of the movie. I also really appreciated, I know a lot of people talked about the lighting, but I actually appreciate the choices that were made. I think the way the lighting is done helps tell the story. A lot changes when they get to the Emerald City, and a lot of things do kind of darken. That is the moment when things flip. And so I see in Wicked Part 2 starting out in a really dark setting and a really dark lighting setting. I really loved, let me see if I can add the photo. Hold on. I really loved this shot here. Look at Cynthia eating the girls up. Okay. What do you mean? Like, you can't tell me, like, these are good choices to me. It all makes sense. So the whole conversation on lighting, I don't know. I liked it. I think I appreciated it. I understand what's happening. I understand why they did it the way they did. But going back to everything, I loved the Elphaba and Fiyero meet cute. Really appreciated that. Jonathan Bailey, there's no question. You know what you're doing, as I said in my spoiler-free one. So I just really appreciated it. The chemistry is there, even between oh my gosh, Galinda and Fiyero. Like, those moments were cute, but if you know Wicked, you already know where it's going. I said it in my spoiler-free one. I really love the choreography. I love the set design, and I love how the choreography plays with the set design. I don't think it will happen, but I would love if they could do like a Wicked, like, Shiz University world at like Universal or something. That would eat bad. That would be so fun, because the set design is just so pretty. It makes so much sense when Cynthia is doing The Wizard and I and kind of, excuse me, walking around Shiz. That's a really beautiful storytelling in itself, and how, like, you know, we don't get to see it that much from the stage perspective, because it's really more so. And I know it changes, of course, but it's more so her. It's just her. But we really get to see more of how her being in Shiz and more of the reactions of people around her, while you see she's in her own head, dreaming and thinking of what could be, not really worried about what other people are doing, even though they're reacting to her just existing. Also, too, in regards to that, I also really enjoyed the design with, like, the water and everything. I don't know, it just added a little something. And then the Oswald's ballroom. I like the set design for that as well, with the water and the fish up top. That was a fan, and I'm glad they kept the staircase idea. You ate with that, because I think there would have been some kind of felt way about it, because that is a big reveal on the stage adaptation. Cynthia and Ariana, when the acting that happens for Defying Gravity, really important. I think that's what's really fun about seeing it be adapted into a movie. I know we were talking about there's so many of them, but we really get to see what's happening on their faces a bit more. And it's also their own personal choices as actresses, but the fact, like, you see how much is being said with no words between them. And that's really important, because a lot is said. There's a lot of conversation, and then also a lot of realization without words. And that's really important. So that goes to them separately as actresses, but also, like, their pairing and how connected they were to kind of, you know, work with each other. And that was really important. Dancing through life scene. I know there's different parts, but more specifically when they're in the library, I don't even know how to explain it. The little term shelf. I don't know if that's what it'd be called. Once again, back to set design. Ate with that. I would love to dance on that and just be turning around, jumping from spot to spot. My brain, as a musical theater person, automatically was thinking, like, oh, that was a few stunt calls. That's where I went. But it looked so fun. It looked so fun. I was sitting there when I was watching. I was like, who thought of this? Who was just sitting here like, you know what? What if we did this in the library? That would be cool. And it had, like, the actual books and stuff. Yeah, that was a fun one. The way the library was designed outside of that as well was also just really fun. That scene, 8. At the end of the day, there's a lot I'm not gonna talk about, because at this point I'm already hitting past 5 minutes on here. I'm gonna speed it up a bit. I loved it. I actually legit have no notes. As I see other people's thoughts come in, I'll see, like, oh yeah, I'll think about it. But for me, I enjoyed it, and I love the added information that we got from it. That makes sense. That fills in not necessarily gaps that we were desperately searching for, but fills in gaps and it makes sense. So if you have, you know, if you have seen Wicked, watch it again. It's a fun time. It's definitely one I'm going to watch multiple times to see what new information I can catch. And if you haven't watched Wicked, I don't know why you're watching this, but I hope this makes you go watch it. But yeah, everybody ate. The whole entire cast ate. Choreographers, set designers, production team, John, the director, Everybody. No notes.